Welcome back guys to another guide video. We have done Arcana, mining, harvesting, housing, armor, and today we are covering skinning. We'll be covering all the basics all the way to the hotspots and tips and tricks. So before we begin, hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon. Not only does it help the channel grow, it keeps me motivated to keep these videos coming. And if you want to check out one of the other guides we have done, check out the links down in the description. So let's begin. The format for today's video is fundamentals, creature classes, drops, trophies, buffs, and endgame tips. Skinning synchronizes with dexterity attribute, increasing skinning speed by 10% at level 50 and level 200. Gain a 20% haste for 3 seconds at level 100, reducing the weight by 10% at 150 and increasing yields at 250. Dexterity, unlike strength and constitution, you do not get a bonus perk for this profession at max attribute. Increasing your skinning tool will also increase your gathering speed dependent on gear score and perks, which we'll cover later in the video with my build I recommend. But first, let's go over the species that you will be hunting in New World. There are a total of 17 species that are skinnable, which are divided into 5 groups. So before we dive into these groups, unlike other professions, you can find a large prey and still be able to kill and harvest them depending on the level of the creature. For example, if you come across a wolf at level 15, you will need a skinning level of level 10. And this is applied to all animals. The level of the creature is the gate, not the class. However, certain classes tend to favor level ranges versus other. Small prey are usually lower levels versus large predators. With this covered, let's start to dive into the classes of these animals. Small prey is tracked at level 25. It consists of turkey and rabbits, dropping poultry, thigh, breast, game meat along with eggs. Feathers, which are used to make arrows, so they kind of come in handy. The rare drops you can gather from this class are rabbit's foot, which is used in making a minor loot luck trophy. The location of these animals are mostly within your starting regions, with First Light and Windward being the most plentiful. Medium prey tracked at level 50 consists of boar, goat, sheep, giving pork, juicy hammock, pork belly, red meat, prime red meat, with the rare drops being animal viscera, which comes from boars and elk, used in Arcana crafting. Northern First Light and Southern Windward has the highest saturation of boar, with Monarch's Bluff and Everfall having all three. Everfall being the most diverse as a starting location. The large prey tracked at level 75 are bison, elk, the bull, and cow variants, with bison residing in the plains region and the elk sticking to more forest hilly regions or mountain regions. They are fairly spread out, but the area between Monarch's Bluff and Windward are prime location for both, following up the river to Everfall. The drops consist of venison, tenderloin, and the rare drops include the small elk hoof, mangy hides, corrupted ichor, and corrupted matter, used in perk crafting, which all of the previously mentioned are gathered from large prey and up. Now let's move into the predators. So small predator tracked at 125, which consists of your wolves, lynx, dropping your prime and regular red meat. Your claws and fangs for perk recipes. Infused claw and fang will be used in void bent armor. These are spread all throughout your turnum, ranging from First Light to Brightwood, favoring mountains and caves. And then finally, we have large predator tracked at 175. These consist of the big boys, alligators, lions, and then the bear, which honestly, the bear belongs in its own category for all the high-end drops you get. The bear has tier 5 meat, being the rich bear flank, also dropping a pristine bear claw, which is used in the major wildlife trophy, and its own pristine bear pelt. Bears seem to be pretty rare, as lions tend to sit in the mountains and alligators favoring rivers with a good condensation in Cutlass Keys and Weaver's Fen. I got my shit kicked out by one of those guys. As you can tell from us breaking down the classes of skinnable creatures, they mostly drop ingredients for food and perk attunements. So here are the perks I would suggest if you intend on being a skinner. The perks are any skinner's charm, really. Depending on which you attach to your tool, will enable different specializations, increasing your luck from 9% of finding rare items with the Star Metal version then steel increasing your experience gain, and orichalcum raising your yield by 19%. These are usually gathered via supply crates and ancient coffers. The last three I would suggest are the jagged animal fang, which can be gathered from any of the predators, which this one increases the chance of finding rare items by 5%, which is tied to your armor. Then the pristine animal fang also increases your chance of finding rare items by 9.5%, which is a amulet perk. Then animal fang for your bag, reducing weight of rawhide and leather, and your skinning knives by 5 to 10%. Now, the one thing we still have yet to cover is hides. Unlike meat, hides are mostly dropped by creature levels, with some being tied to alligators, for instance scaly hide. The list is way too long and I would bore you to death if I read them all off. So pause the screen, take a look, we will hold here for a couple seconds, and then we'll be moving on. Now let's go over the trophies. There's the minor, basic, and major skinning trophy, which will increase your luck from 500 points all the way up to 1500 points. The major skinning trophy will require 25 iron planks, 20 orichalcum ingots, mahogany stain, which is just 10 pure solvent and 4 oil. And then you'll also need the tracker's seal, which will be dropped from ancient chests and stockpiles in level 55 plus zones. And then here is some end game tips for you guys. You'll want to use savory fish cake to increase your luck when skinning by 2000 points for 40 minutes, and proficiency booster that will increase your drops by 15% for 30 minutes. These are all consumables. For a quick leveling, use the bow or ice golem to call all the nearby mobs, preferably mobs that are lower level than you, because then you can kill them a lot quicker. But you want to make sure that they are aggro type mobs. You don't want to do rabbits because they're just going to run away from you. So lynx, wolves, anything in this vicinity will work. This will reduce your walking time and then also give you a shorter skinning and respawn time. So if you call all these guys in, you kill them all pretty quick because they are lower level. You can just sit there and farm pretty fast and pretty easily. I recommend checking out Swole Benji. He did a video. Went ahead and linked it down below. He did it. He got to like level 200 in 2 hours. I haven't personally tested it out myself, but after watching this video and seeing a couple other people mention this and that they have tried it, it seems like a legit way to go ahead and level up quickly if you are planning on leveling up your skinning. So as I said before, we have covered a lot of guides. If you guys haven't checked out any of the other guides, or you are curious on any of the mechanics in the game, that especially kind of comes down to merchant, go ahead and click down the subscribe button first off, and then go ahead and check the channel out for the other stuff. I'm sure I have a guide for what you're looking for. We will be covering what I think the best class is, or profession I should say, for New World. We'll be doing that probably shortly after this video is released, so make sure to keep an eye out for that one. If there is anything that you guys feel like I have missed or should have included in this, please leave a comment down below to kind of just help everybody understand or gather more information, or even just debate, because sometimes that does happen and there's sometimes conflicting information. So we like to try to figure this stuff out because obviously we want to know what is correct and what is not. But anyways guys, thanks again. I do appreciate all the love and support lately, and if you guys haven't already, make sure to check me out over on Twitch. And this is Fab. See you later.